Welcome back, little monkey fans. It's Carrie here, and today we're going way up to the treetop toy box for a Playmobil Princess opening. We have the fantastic Magic Crystal Lake item 5475 and the Royal Children with Pegasus item 5478. And it looks like we can put real water in our Magic Crystal Lake. I can't wait to check it out. Let's get opening. And here's our Royal Children with our Pegasus. It's such a wonderful set. I love all of the sweet details, from the different types of animals to the different type of greenery that we have around back here. It almost looks like there's gems on top of there. And some really neat accessories for taking care of the Pegasus. So let's start with our Royal Children who are taking care of our baby Pegasus right now. We have our young boy, maybe a young prince, and he is carrying a few accessories. In this hand, he has some grass that he's feeding the Pegasus, so that'll pop right out so they can feed him. And then in his other hand, he has an apple, and it looks like there's been some bites taken out of it. And again, that'll just pop right out. And he was using those to feed our Pegasus. And this little fella has some great detail on him. He has a fantastic crown accessory, and that'll pop right off, as well as his purple cape. I love his gold boots. And there's our royal boy. Next we have our royal girl, maybe a really young princess. She has a brush accessory, and so that is plated in gold, and it looks like she's using it to brush and take care of the baby Pegasus. I love her pink tiara, and that'll pop right off. It actually comes off quite easily, but I love that it's a small size to fit her head. And she has on a super sweet outfit. She has this tutu that has a bunch of different flower detail on it. And she can choose to keep that on, or you can pop it down and she can slide out of it. And our little princess is running around barefoot in the meadow today. So the cool thing about her tutu is it can just slide right off, or it can actually unsnap on each side as well to take it off. And the good thing about where it is actually placed on her body is it will allow her to sit when she's wearing it as well, which is a pretty neat feature. She looks so pretty. Next we have our two Pegasus. We have our baby, and the legs don't move, but the head does go up and down. And the wings are just stationary on the baby, but they are a brilliant purple. I love the shimmer on them as well. And the ponies themselves, I'm not sure if you can tell, but they do have a bit of a speckle pattern on them, and so they're not completely white. And next we have our mum Pegasus, and she has brilliant wings, and they are purple shimmery just like her baby. And her wings will actually rotate all the way around. They're pretty spectacular. So you have full range of motion all the way around. It's just so cool. You can make them look like they're really flying. And her head, again, will move up and down. She has brilliant flower detail and some vines on her body. I love the pattern. And she has her swirly tail. And just like the baby, she's got some speckle pattern to her. So she's kind of got some purpley or fuchsia type speckles, so they're not completely white. I love it. And next we have a bunch of woodland type creatures. We've got a couple of baby bunnies down here, and they're just all white. And so we have one kind of sitting up and one sitting down. They've made a little home out of the side burrow here in the hill. And this meadow section is pretty great. We've got a leafy section here, and we have another little bluebird. And then we have a basket that currently is filled with a bunch of different gems. And so we have some small red, ruby kind of colored, and then a really pale pink for the two big ones that we have. And so those gems can actually be found on our tree branches. And so it's almost like they can come here and pick gems off the tree. Wouldn't that be fantastic if we could grow our own gems to pick? And then last on our lower section, we have this little leafy section. So it's kind of a little part of the meadow, and it has some other small white flowers on them that make it look really pretty. Looks like a cozy place where they could maybe curl up with a good book and take a little nap. And then we also have a small bird up top with some opened wings, almost like a dove. For our grassy section, we have this nice hill that has the side burrow for our bunnies. And I love all of the different types of flowers that are on here. And there's our Royal Children with Pegasus set. next we have our Magic Crystal Lake, and it is magical. There are so many great accessories included. Let's start up front. So the set came with 2 lily pads and an itty bitty frog that can sit right on top. And one of my favorite accessories are our swans. They are super sweet. I love how their legs on the bottom will move so you can make it look like they're swimming. But the sweetest feature is that their little babies can actually ride in their backs. So that baby can pop right on off or go for a little ride on mommy or daddy's back. I just love that. So we have 2 of those and then an extra little baby. So sweet. Next we have our horse, and she is beautiful. I love the vine and flower detail on her body. I love her pale colored mane and tail. And she has matching hoofs, and she has her pattern on both sides. And like the rest of Playmobil horses, the heads will move up and down, but the legs won't move. Next we have our princess. She has a beautifully colored fan in her hand, and that'll just pop right out. Oh, she's feeling hot. Much better. She's wearing a snap-on skirt, which is fantastically colored on the front and then plain around back. Her hair is quite long and it's tied around back. And she has on her beautiful flower headdress. I love her puffy sleeves and the pattern on her bodice. And so if we pop off her dress, and then underneath she has on some purpley pink pants and some boots. And I just absolutely love that feature because that means that she can then ride the horse. And the last person included in our set is our fairy. And she almost looks like a garden type fairy because she has her green see-through wings in the back. And I love that they're a little bit glittery as well. She has a cute tutu on. Then she has some patterned tights on the side. And that side as well. And then she has her flower base on the bottom to help her stand. She has a magnificent scepter here. I love the jewel on the bottom and on the top as well. And it almost looks like a crown across the top, holding in that top gem. So we can pop that out of her hand. I love all the green detail on her bodice as well. And then, like all of the Playmobil fairies, her wings can pop off and they will move. And if you didn't want her wearing them, you could just slide off this back shawl piece, and then she doesn't need to wear her wings all the time. I absolutely love her pink hair, and she has a beautiful purple flower accessory. She's very pretty. Next, let's check out the best part is our Crystal Lake. I love the different rock formations, so there's a whole bunch of different spots where you can kind of climb up and move around on the whole structure. Around this side as well. And we have a whole bunch of different types of flowers and some dragonflies up in our tree around back. And then we have our garden area. I love how it looks like it's brickwork in the front. And we have quite a few different features for this set. First of all, we have a flower water wheel. There's a little crank around back that will deposit water into this trough and down into almost what looks like a wishing well. And so that will collect water. And if we would like to help our flowers in our front bed here grow, we can lift this little door, which will allow water underneath this structure, and it will actually raise up our flowers. We'll test that out in a minute. And in order to drain out this section, we have another little door here that will allow our water to release from underneath our flower bed back into our Magic Crystal Lake. And last, we can't forget about our secret storage. We have almost like a crystal scepter. So it's kind of glittery and see-through. And we can place that into this hole here. If we push it down, it will release a portion of rock to reveal our secret treasure. And here it is. I absolutely love the gold and pink detail on the treasure chest. And inside we have a ton of super cool treasures. We have a jewel tiara. It's so pretty. And we can't forget about our magic wand. And then we have a whole bunch of money and some seashells. There's a bunch of different pearlescent pink seashells along with some gold coins. What a perfect hiding spot for all the treasure. And then in order to close our secret compartment, we just slide the rock formation right back over top. And so for our two characters, only our princess is able to wear the crown or the flower headdress here. Our fairy can only wear her accessory in her ponytail. So our princess could pop off her flower headdress and replace it with the jeweled crown. It's so pretty. I love that the gems are pink as well. And what makes our magic crystal lake magical is to help our flowers grow with water. Our flowers are growing. And down they go again. I just love that. It's fantastic. Let's help our flowers grow again. And there's our Magic Crystal Lake and Royal Children with Pegasus sets. Please leave us a comment and let us know what special treasure you have that you would store in the secret compartment at Magic Crystal Lake if you could go there.
Thanks for watching. To join all the fun up in our treetop, please subscribe to Little Monkey Media's channel. Don't forget, if you like our video, please share it and click like. Wiggle